gentlemen, welcome back to the New Battle Experience. I'm your host, John Vasilov. Next to me is my co-host,
Andrew Stark.
and
Hamish Park.
welcome. Today,
We thought we'd do a filler episode because there's not been one out for a very long time.
yeah,
And it's just basically going to talk about the situation of the podcast now.
still playing Pokemon
The
Go.
future of the podcast and what we're going to do with it, you know?
Yeah,
How-
exactly.
What's going to happen in the next few months or so.
Well,
um,
obviously,
what
let's
we're
just-
working on.
Let's just start off with the fact that we haven't been able to upload any episodes because of COVID, of course.
Lockdown stopped
Lockdown
us.
and
We did
everything.
have a lot of ideas from beforehand, but
Yeah,
that
but
stopped us from doing so.
unfortunately, we weren't able to do anything. But now that we're back at our base and we are able to record again, we're gonna be more active and we're gonna be posting more episodes on Spotify, of course, and on YouTube.
Now, for anyone listening that doesn't know, this was mentioned a few months ago, but John is also one of our hosts for the podcasts. I'm not sure if, maybe a few people know about that.
Surprise!
But that's
He
something
was
that's happened.
originally a guest because it was just like me and Hamish.
Yeah,
John was here originally at the start because we came up with it.
but I was
then
like, you know
he
what?
was just
I
like
wanna
he
join.
turned from a guest, like a permanent guest, to like a co-host. So
we needed
like-
people on the team.
Yeah, actually, talking about that, we actually need someone to do like the sounds and the mics and that for us. So if anyone is interested and want to help,
we also need people for video. We did say we put that out.
Oh,
We are
yeah.
working on that. We are doing that.
takes
I'm on it.
It takes a while because obviously we can't.
But we need more people behind the scenes.
actually, what would be fun to do is we can like get some applications and stuff,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
and
anyone
then
that
we can
listens
do
to
some
this,
interviews and
know.
see who's fit for it.
I'll see if I can put something out in the people notices as well. So
And put some
anyone that
posters
doesn't know
around.
about the podcast can also apply.
And we can put some posters around the school and stuff.
Mhm.
Whoever wants to help.
Put something on the big the big
Yeah.
TV in the hall. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, we're looking for people to join the team. Maybe 3 or 4 more
Mhm.
people to help. So to give you an idea of stuff that you probably might be doing, it would be
just relatively basic stuff. Like,
working behind the scenes with the software.
Editing.
Editing, helping us get things set up. Some
videos.
maybe some admin work, helping us with ideas, coming to some meetings and helping us work out what we're going to do for the next episode.
Yeah. And even being on an episode as well.
Yeah, and potentially being on episode as guests to help get episodes moving and out as soon as possible.
Well, I mean, basically, we're gonna try and before the whole lockdown thing, we had like ideas of adding like the whole game show thing to the podcast. So we do like last week, or the one that we've previously recorded. It was like guess their net worth, which basically the host gave you a celebrity and you had to guess their net worth. And I think it was my brother who won.
Yeah, 5 points.
Yeah.
John had 3 and you had 2.
Cheater! Zach, we're calling you out for cheating.
But we're hoping to incorporate a game show segment
Mhm.
within the episodes of
Like
the
different
podcast.
games
It's
and-
to entertain the guests and to entertain you.
And us as well, because actually this is really fun for us as well.
Yeah, because like obviously with because we want to ideally where we've set up the podcast, we want to put a green screen and get a camera.
And also
Which one?
change the
A green
studio
screen.
and actually
Yeah.
go
We've
to
not got a camera.
our proper studio that is upstairs.
It's a bit
Because
smaller.
it's a bit smaller, but it's like a proper studio. We have all the equipment that we need there. It's better
Yeah, we're hoping to move into a better studio.
to the better studio, so we can work better and produce better content for you guys.
It will be a lot less comfortable because it's a smaller room, therefore it's more confined and more hot.
So it's where we need more guests. This room
This room's
will
gonna do
have to be used because of the restrictions in place. We need a bigger room with more people. We need a bigger room.
Yeah.
That's just the rule.
But for us three, I think that room is okay.
If it's just us 3 talking, we're moving into that room. But at the moment, I haven't got any confirmation on the room at the moment. But we do have a better studio. I might release some pictures of it.
Yeah.
onto our Instagram, which you should follow, by the way. New Battle Experience.
Yeah, follow us.
And our YouTube.
And our
Thought we'd
YouTube.
just do a little plug.
And our
there.
Spotify.
Yeah, and our Spotify. They're all the same now.
Basically everything of our socials, just follow it, just because.
You can keep up to date with this stuff.
Might make a Twitter as well in the future.
Yeah.
I could probably do that easy. I've already got Twitter again.
Yeah, we can do that.
But yeah, like
This episode isn't really going to be that long, as you might see by the time, maybe. It depends on what we do with it.
Yeah.
It's just a short episode to explain.
Just to tell you that we're alive, that we're here.
Yeah.
We didn't forgot.
Stuff is coming out. You will see stuff. We're working on it in behind the scenes. So with the current state of the podcast at the moment, we can't do stuff after school. So
I mean, we could, but it'll be a hustle because we'll have to like go in different houses and stuff. It's a big.
yeah.
I mean, we have figured out one way that we could do it from home, which basically you've got GarageBand on.
Yeah, I do.
don't you? So like 2 of us could go to my house because I've got some of the setup already ready, and obviously Hamish will go to his
Do my
house and he can control it from there pretty much. Because all we would have to do is find a program that will run the software that we'd need and like 2 mics without like bugging out, which XLR to USB probably.
But new episodes are coming out, but it will be it'll be slower than what it was because we've got more. We have to do more stuff over more time.
To be honest,
Less time.
what we minded up to do is we might just get like 2 free study periods that we have, or like study periods.
Yeah,
just
we're
come
currently using a free period of ours to work on this because we don't want to stop it. And
Exactly.
this was our only solution.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
obviously
For the moment, of course.
they've also got like only like a year left. So
Yeah.
We're trying to push
Andrew,
as
you're
many
taking over
episodes
after
as
that.
which is why we need more team members
and I'm
because
more thinking that's why it will probably turn into like a home podcast.
yeah.
To
Well,
be honest,
I'm
we
going to be
can-
keeping
we can-
tabs on
We
it.
can continue it after as well.
Well, we can, but we're not going to be part of New Battle anymore. That's the only difference.
That's
No,
true.
we
We're gonna
can't
have our
think
own podcast then.
we turn the this podcast into our own, so we'd find our name. We'd like. I've got
I
big
would-
ideas.
What
but
I
it
would do
take
is
money.
we'd probably end up keeping New Battle Experience backlogged.
Mhm.
So all the episodes prior, and then we'll have a separate podcast
Our own.
at the same time. So we won't change the channel itself or remove any videos. We'll keep
Yeah.
it there. But we don't know yet. We haven't
We did-
made a
To
final
be honest,
decision
we
what's
can't
going
really
to
tell
happen
right
to
now
it.
because we never know what's gonna happen.
The
in
future of the podcast isn't decided.
Yeah.
It's we're working on it. There's a lot of thinking that needs to be
Mhm.
done. But what we're hoping to have done by the end of this year, hopefully, is to have a few more people working with us.
Yeah. So if any of you are interested again,
Applications are welcome.
yeah, we'll make a form and then you can sign it in and then we'll
exactly. You can either hit up our social media or our own social media, like Andrew's, mine, Hamish, or anything, and we can get it sorted out.
And obviously,
you-
with the perks of having a podcast, you will obviously be part of technically the digital team. 'cause
Exactly.
That's what
you'll also be heard.
yes.
And
Your voice
cool.
will be recognized.
And also, you'll be cool. You want to be one of the cool
that's
kids.
that's the thing about podcasts without like cameras or anything. You don't honestly you don't have to worry about what you look like because no one sees you on
But
the
you
podcast.
will soon.
Unless we get a camera. That
Unless
is,
we get a
because-
camera. But that's what we're trying to do. At the moment, audio might be for the next couple episodes.
Yeah.
And then we'll have our first video.
I mean, you guys don't seem really phased about us not using cameras for now. I mean, I've had some requests of having cameras and stuff, but most of you guys don't really mind. So
I'll tell you what is happening in the next 3 months. The podcast's first year anniversary.
oh my days, I forgot about
We
that.
have to get like
So a special
literally-
episode will definitely be out for
Oh
that.
yes.
We need like Mr. Mr. McMillan on like the podcast just so we can have like for the birthday episode we can just like have everyone who's ever been on the podcast here.
Yeah, we'll
That
get
was just one
recordings
idea,
over.
but like,
Yeah, well, we'll see. But it's going to be pretty big. We'll try and make it the best episode, and that will probably have a video by the time that is.
yeah.
So the anniversary episode will come out December 16th, which is when the YouTube channel was made. So I don't know the exact
Wow.
date the podcast.
That is like.
Bro,
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It's been almost a
I
year.
can mind when we were sitting in the studio that day that
We were like-
like there was 5 or 6 people in the studio, obviously way before lockdown, and we were just like, Mr. Davis, we want to start a podcast, and he's just like, yeah, that can be arranged. And I was just like, really? He's just like, yeah, we've got the equipment because we've done podcasts. Technically, we've done podcasts before for like our National 4 and National 5 projects in music tech, but now we've made something that's on our own. We've not.
Do you want to
Used to,
know?
like,
I
help.
was checking it this morning when I was checking the birthday for the podcast itself. Do you want to know what the current views are on our?
Oh, yes,
on our
let-
45.
So, episode 1, the one with you, John,
Uh-huh.
149 views.
On YouTube or
YouTube. I'm not checked the Spotify stats yet, but that's the YouTube stat.
145.
And we have 46 views on the second episode.
That's really
Now
good.
it's less, but it's still good. And the Spotify viewership is very similar to that of the YouTube viewership.
Yeah.
Say viewership for Spotify is listening. I don't know what you call that, listenership.
Listenership.
Is that even a word? But yeah, both episodes done very well. So we're hoping the next 3 episodes can be even better than that. And we want more people to know about this podcast.
And
so
also put
like-
out more content as well, because I mean, in almost a year we put out only 2 episodes.
we're
Kind
gonna.
of need to.
There will be
better.
a series of episodes filled with bloopers and outtakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put some bloopers up because I think that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Well, have you saved all the bloopers?
I have everything saved from when we first started, including episodes we never released, which we could release.
Oh yes.
There's episodes that we haven't put
We
out.
haven't actually put out because we were like, should we not, should we? So we were just
There's a backlog of episodes saved. We'll need to do some filming with our phones a bit more, I think, to add to the bloopers because it will make more sense. You can
Mhm.
see stuff, it'll be funny. Stuff going on.
We could set up our phones like 3 different points of the room,
Yeah.
and then we could like zoom in on here and just like see what happens.
But that's it really. It was just this episode was just to inform you that we are still alive. Content will be put out
Yep.
eventually.
As soon as possible, basically.
This episode will be the first of the many that will come this year.
Definitely.
Because we've already filmed like 3 or 4 others that we've just not put out yet.
I'm not sure what I'm going to name this. You guys will know the name in the future. It might not be episode 3 because I'm thinking about naming. I'm just naming it as
Yeah.
a
Casual
different video.
update.
Yeah, essentially an update episode. But that's it from us at the moment.
Yep.
We'll be putting out more content as soon as possible. So up until then, if you can help us by you can help make the podcast grow by telling people about it.
Yeah, obviously sharing the links between like YouTube, Spotify, like all your social medias, basically.
We are also I'm trying to figure out a way to put it on your Apple iTunes as well.
iTunes,
Wait,
there's
do
a
they do podcasts?
They do. They have
They
a
do podcasts
podcast
as well.
section. I'm trying to do that, and the same with Google. So
I
if
mean-
anyone uses those, it's easier.
That would Apple would probably be like one of the easier ones because obviously it's GarageBand, so it's just pretty much.
Well, thank you guys for listening. I've been your host, John Vasilov.
I've been your co-host, Andrew Stark.
And I've also been your co-host, Hamish Park.
Hope you have a lovely day. Bye.